Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now, before I meet my guests, let's take a look at this fitness tip with Jane Rafter. Hi guys, welcome to your fitness tips. I'm Jane, this is Aliyah.
Hi there, Jane.
Hi Aliyah. We're going to talk to you today about the importance of warming up. Warming up is really important to help prevent injury. A lot of people go straight into a workout, either a hard run or a workout with heavy weights, and you're much more likely to injure yourself. In fact, there's a lot of research lately that says that the warm-up is even more important than the end stretch.
Definitely, yeah.
Warm-up that is crucial to prevent injury. We're going to give you two examples of a warm-up today. One is for the shoulders, one is for the legs. Okay, so you'll see I've got some small weights. Aliyah is going to run through with me what I ought to do to warm up my shoulders before I do heavier weight training.
So guys, make sure when you're doing any upper body weight training, it's always important to warm up the rotator cuff, because a lot of the work comes from the rotator cuff from the front of the shoulders. So the best way we do this, we can work with dumbbells and dynabands. So Jane's going to be having them tucked in and we're going to be externally rotating them outwards, just to as far as you can come and then coming back in. That's just going to warm the front of the shoulders, the rear of the shoulders as well, as we get nice and warm. So I do this every time I have an upper body workout. I make sure I get my shoulders warm first, because it's the most important part of the body, where all the stress goes through is the shoulders. So that's just working into there. Then we're going to take them just in line with the shoulders with the elbows there, Jane, and we're going to rotate outwards. So we're just getting taking that move and making sure that elbow doesn't go past body line. So just in line with the body, and then rotating back into in line with the head. So that's the other exercise. Then we're going to be working, so we worked externally, now we're going to work internally. So with the Dynaband, I'm going to hold some tension through, and Jane, you're just going to be pulling in towards you. So we're working again into the front, but just changing the direction as we're moving. That's it. I'm going to release a little bit more. There you go. That's it. And you just should feel a little bit of work, Jane, as you come into the rotation, coming in towards the body.
Front of the shoulder, yeah.
That's it. And these can be performed, guys, on the cables on the machines in the gyms, or if you haven't got a cable machine, you can just get a Dynaband or a couple of light dumbbells, and that will do the trick.
Yeah, they're cheap, aren't they, to buy, and they're portable as well.
Exactly. And obviously we'll be working right and left with both arms. There you go.
Fantastic. So I'm just going to show you the warm-up that I do, part of the warm-up that I do before I go for a run. If you just get out of bed in the morning and go out and run, you're more likely to pull your hamstrings or hurt your knees. You need to warm up your joints and your muscles. Do you want to do it with me, Ellen?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we take a wide stance with the legs, I'm going to do a mixture of power and stretch to get the legs nice and warm. So we're going to bend one knee, lean the chest forward, stick your bum back, come to center, keep your legs straight and lean forwards. Now this is stretching the hamstrings, and then bend the other knee and center and down. Now the importance of stretching is that you don't want to go straight into a deep stretch from cold. You want to get moving. So the advantage of this type of movement I'm doing now is it's building up the movement and the stretch, and you can go deeper into the stretches as you get a little bit warmer. So I'm just going to go, yeah, can you feel that? It really gets into the legs, doesn't it? Now we're going to change it slightly. We're going to go down to one side, hands on the side, and we're just going to go side to side. You need to hold on to the abs, nice deep press. You're warming up the knee joint and the thighs, stretching the muscles in the legs as well. Now, honestly, you need to warm up, I would say, for at least 7-8 minutes before you go for a run, especially when you get old like me.
But it's very true, Jen, and also we're stretching on the move, which is the most important thing. So trying to emulate what we're doing when we're outdoors as well.
Yes, because a warm-up should mimic the activity. It should be an easier version of what you're about to do. Fantastic. Okay guys, so make sure you get your warm-up in and enjoy your workouts. See you next time.
See you soon.
Thank you very much, Jane. So now I'm joined by Kinsachi, Yvonne and Kimberly from One Bag Uganda. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Did I get the name right?
Yes.
Yes, I think I was practicing this. So how are you all, girls?
Very well, thank you.
Good to have you on the show. Now you're going to speak to us about something very, very important, which is obviously the charity that you work with, One Bag Uganda. Can someone tell us about what it's all about, first of all?
Yeah, so One Bag Uganda started in March this year. So Kisachi, baby. So it's our baby. So Kisachi, who's our older cousin, my older cousin, had this idea that she watched a video on poverty in Uganda, especially to do with malaria, and she came to us with this idea, which she can touch on how she wanted to pursue it into a charity.
Now you're not from Uganda.
Yes. We're Ugandan. Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Ugandan.
I thought someone said Zambia to me before.
I was born.
Okay, confusion cleared up. Right, okay, all right.
So it was sports relief. I'm just at home watching TV, and there's a hospital in Uganda with babies, and they're all dying from malaria, and there's nothing the nurse can do about it. So I'm very passionate about Uganda. I'm always going on about Uganda. There's a Ugandan sticker in my car, and everything's
By the way,
Ugandan,
this show
Uganda.
airs in Uganda, so you can say hello to everyone there. Have a wave. All the fans in Uganda. Okay.
And so I spoke to my mom, I spoke to my cousin and my sister Kimberly, and we just sat down and said, what can we do? And then we decided to start a bag that can provide like a mosquito net, a blanket and soap, and distribute it in Uganda.
Wow, but how did it all come about though? Because obviously, you had a great idea, you wanted to help, but what were the stages that you went through to actually get this all established?
Oh, it was very tight and rushed.
Yeah.
So she had the idea and she wanted to go for it full throttle. So we had to, first thing we did was fundraising. So we held our first fundraiser dinner dance at a hotel. So we raised the majority of that money there, and that was for all the supplies, so all the mosquito nets, the blankets and the soaps.
Right.
And then the next thing, book flights to Uganda, and we obviously have some family members in Uganda, so they sorted out everything that needed to be done in Uganda. And once the girls arrived in Uganda, it was business.
So Kimberly, tell us about your experience in Uganda. Was it the first time you went there specifically to help the charity?
Yes, this is the first time we've been to help the charity. We went a bit earlier to get the suppliers, so we went and visited different suppliers to get the best prices for everything, see the best quality for everything, because we didn't want to order it online, get there and it's not good, because we were short on time already. So yeah, once we had got all the supplies and everything, we sorted out where we're going to be staying. We tried to pick somewhere central to the villages we'll go and see, so it's easier access. And then we went to all the different villages, to do the people's houses, saw how they were living, and pick specifically who we were going to help, the people who needed it the most.
Was it quite hard to choose though, because obviously so many people in need, and it must have been hard?
Yeah. It was difficult.
What was the highlight for you?
The highlight, there's a lady, I handed her a bag and she said, God has remembered me. And I felt like crying, because obviously she must have lost hope along the way from, there's a lot of poverty. So that was one of the highlights for me.
Yeah. How about you, Kimberly?
It was, the people crying was the worst, because it's such a small gift.
So what's in it? A mosquito net, what else you said?
A mosquito net, a blanket, and a long bar of soap that you can cut up and use.
See, such simple things that everyone takes for granted over here in first world countries, and it's like something so precious to someone else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh, we should appreciate what we have, shouldn't we?
All the time,
Now, it must have been also quite hard, had some hard moments. How did you overcome those, Yvonne?
Well, because we're family, there's a lot of who's doing what, when are you doing it, just being, because we all work. So Kimberly's at uni, I'm full-time working.
I was going to say about that, you're probably busy with other things as well.
So busy, so very long nights, emails, texts, any social media, that's how we connect. We'd have a meeting once a week, and it's just trying to actually get to spread the word to other people, because there's so many charities and so many people involved in things. So we had to make sure that One Bag Uganda actually stood out. And
I love the name, by the way. It's nice, very unusual.
It is, yeah. And we just had to make sure that people actually saw the cause of what One Bag Uganda stood for.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest obstacle, to just have people actually see One Bag Uganda and actually support us as well, because some people can say that's a good idea, but we needed the support, which we had so much of, so we're really grateful for that.
Right. And what about the future of the charity? What do you see yourselves doing?
The future, we were thinking about doing it once a year.
Okay.
And obviously, like Yvonne said, us to work full-time when Kimberly's in university. So it is difficult to try and do things a bit more often, but in the future we hope that it may be twice a year, 3 times a year.
Brilliant.
But hopefully the next one will be...
Get more people on board.
Exactly,
of course, yeah.
Get people to come over with us, volunteer, come and hand out bags with us.
Brilliant.
It'd be amazing.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that would want to do that.
I hope so, yeah.
I just think it's fabulous that, you know, as young people such as yourselves are so motivated to do something to help other people, because I'm sorry to say there are a lot of selfish people in this world, and they don't really care what's going on in other countries and stuff, but I think it's absolutely amazing what you're all doing. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for speaking to me. And all the best with everything.
Thank you.
Okie dokie, it's lovely meeting the girls, but we do have more for you after this break, so do stay tuned.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.